This keyboard is not working. I tried everything. Still no light, no power, no response, nothing. I suspect it's a logic board issue. With zero experience in logic board repair, I decided to do it myself. This keyboard is already dead. What could be worse? Dead again? Impossible. If I can't repair it, I can just turn this into a disassembly video for someone who might need it. So take a guess. Is this a keyboard repair video or a keyboard disassembly video? Leave it down in the comments. Let's start to disassembling it. First, flip it over, remove the battery door and take out the battery. Unfasten all the screws. Some are hidden. 2 under the tail legs, 1 under the battery door, and 3 under the anti-slip round bumpers. I just double checked the screw lengths, they are the same. "12 screws in total. Then I use a pry tool to work around the edge. And separate the top and bottom case. Now I can access the internals, but I think I should flip it back. Remove the front case with the keycaps. Remove the membrane layer. What's left is the conductive layer, the battery compartments, and the logic board. I don't understand why the battery terminal has this blue thing. My keyboard and the table looks pretty dirty, let me clean it up. When I inspect the blue thing, it just fall off. So the problem is obvious, the terminal and the wire have lost contact. I suspect it was caused by single-use battery leakage last time. I did a short video about it before. I guess the leak caused the wire to oxidize over time. Here I am trying to strip the wire to expose the conductor. The wire is so tiny and it's very hard to do. I tried a lot of tools. I tried using a cutter to remove the insulator, and I feel like I'm going to cut my finger. So I switched to a scissors, but the wire is so tiny, I keep cutting it off. The nail clipper works better. After that, I moved outside and tried to solder, which I am very bad at. Here are some samples. I soldered the DC current monitor sensor and the battery shell, so wish me good luck. I tried to tin the terminal and hit the solder to join the wire to it, but I can't tin the terminal. The solder doesn't stick. I tried a few times and it still doesn't work. When I give up and head back inside, I accidentally ripped the wire off. Okay, I need to distract myself. Let's do a small test. I haven't really validated the issue. How do I know this is the only problem? I suspect the keyboard issue is caused by the single-use battery leakage, the wire oxidized over time, and lost contact with the terminal. Yes, it may or may not have other issue. So I put the batteries in, turn it on, and use a jumper wire to complete the power circuit. Yes, the indicator light is on. I think this is the only issue. Back to soldering. Since I ripped the wire off, I will sacrifice a jumper wire as a replacement, cut off both ends, and strip the insulation. I tried to tin the wire, but the solder doesn't seem to stick. I think it's good enough, I guess. Next, I spent like an hour soldering the wire to the terminal and the logic board. This time, I use a cutter to scratch the terminal surface. Then I do the same as before, tin the terminal and hit it to join the wire onto the terminal. I think it should okay, I guess. The last part is soldering the wire to the logic board. I try to replicate the success from the terminal side and tin the logic board pad, but the solder doesn't stick. I want to try another way, solder like the manufacturer do. I need to clean out the old solder. Somehow the old solder won't melt, so I go back to the old way. I use a screwdriver to scratch the pad a little bit and solder it again. When I'm about to give up, I finally get the wire to stick to the pad. Before I show you how bad my soldering is, take a deep breath, hug something, anything that will calm you down, and don't judge me. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Is it bad? Yes. Does it work? Yes. I put the batteries in and flip the switch. The indicator light went on. I also put on the membrane layer and test it. No issue with typing. Once I put everything back, who will know about the bad soldering? No one. I know, even though we are not in the same place, moment, I can feel a judgment. Let's put it back together. Now let's do some simple key check. Yup, all keys work. I just revived a keyboard. I'm happy. I don't have to spend money to buy a new one. Less waste. Sorry about the soldering. I will see you in the next video. Bye.